One night of theft can wipe out 3 months of profit in your vending business. A single break-in can cause you $10,000 in damaged equipment, lost inventory, and lost revenue while your machine is down. And here's the worst part. If you don't have the right protection in place, insurance isn't gonna cover it. I've operated over 100 machines without a single successful theft because I followed specific protocols that make my machines not worth stealing from. Today, I'm sharing the exact theft prevention system that saved me tens of thousands of dollars. Pay attention because one mistake in this area could literally end your vending business before it starts. Let's talk about what theft actually costs you. For machine damage, it can cost you anywhere from $10,000 down to around $3,000 to repair that damaged machine. All of the lost inventory in that machine, you're looking at anywhere from $200 to $300, all the way up to $500 if it's a fully stocked machine. The worst part is the 2 to 4 weeks of lost revenue while the machine is down and being repaired. I mean, think about that. If you're doing $40 a day, 2 weeks alone, you're already looking at over $500 in sales that you're losing while that machine is down. Not to mention, if it's 30 days for a tech to get out there and repair the machine, you're doubling that lost revenue. Now, the great thing is, if you do have insurance, that upfront machine cost you're gonna be covered with, but you still have to pay that deductible, which is anywhere from $500 to $1,000 minimum. Now, here's the crazy part. When you add up all those components of lost revenue from a machine break-in, you're looking at upwards of $15,000 in all-in costs from one theft incident. The other thing you gotta factor in is, what does insurance not cover? These things you got to make sure are added to your checklist as an operational operator to make sure that you're not losing out on things that insurance won't cover. Simple things like, you think about, if you don't lock the machine when you walk away from it after you stock, insurance isn't going to cover that. Your claim's going to be denied. Some other things that claims will deny are going to be if you didn't have security measures in place, if you can't prove forced entry in that machine, and you place that machine in a high crime place that they would never approve. Those are all claims that are going to get denied. Now, the worst part of all of this is going to be the cascading effect from that theft incident. Think about the $10,000 you just lost from that theft. Now you can't even afford to repair the machine. If your machine sits there broken, that's worse than having no machine at all. So the property is just going to find another vendor. Not to mention that property has multiple sister properties, so they talk, and now your reputation is damaged forever. You literally can't expand in the marketplace because that one bad review is forcing you into a way that you can't recover from. This is literally how one theft can kill an entire business. Now, these things were all the things we had to worry about with our open micro markets until smart machines arrived, which I now call the theft killers. Here are a couple reasons why smart machines changed everything. The first reason is, now with smart machines, you don't have to worry about cash. Think about that traditional machine where we literally had cash in there like a piggy bank, and our operators would come and go with wads of cash. Not to mention, they would steal that cash from our business. So now we don't have to worry about any of that because there's no cash with these smart machines. The second thing with smart machines is the locked doors. Once that door's opened, after they put their credit card on the door to authorize payment, whatever they grab, they're gonna get charged for. So if they grab 25 items because they're drunk coming home from the bar at 2 a.m., we're gonna get paid for 25 items. The AI cameras are a game changer because now they're tracking every movement and every transaction. Thieves literally can't access the products without paying. The other component that you gotta think through with these AI smart machines when it comes to theft is the psychology of deterrence. Thieves want cash, let's face it. And a smart machine with no cash, the Snickers isn't gonna be the reason they wanna break the glass. And even if they do break the glass, they're probably gonna get away with maybe $300 worth of snacks if they empty the entire machine into a huge laundry basket. And that's not worth it for them with no cash in there. And I'm speaking from experience here. We have over 100 machines out in the wild now that are AI smart machines, and we've had zero theft with all of our machines. The thing I love about the investment in an AI smart machine is the theft technology is going to pay for itself. With these open markets, if they were to raid the cooler or raid the shelf, you're eating all of that inventory, not to mention the small claim that no one's going to go track them down. So with an AI theft proof machine, if they open that door with their card, they're getting charged for all those items. And one important piece that I really want to double down on for you is going to be the cashless advantage. Not only do you have to worry about the accounting nightmares of where the cash is at and if it matches up with what was coming through the machine versus what actually ended up in your account, but it's all the other components when it comes to these AI smart machines with no cash that result in no headaches. The thing you got to think about is the locations you want to put these machines in Gotta be focused on the security around where the machine is going. Here is one way we do this, and we call it the parking lot test. Let's dive in. If there's a full parking lot during business hours, that's a great sign. If it's empty at night and it's still gated or it has security on site, that's still a good sign. And the best part about 24/7 locations like a vet hospital or even these overnight urgent cares is there's constant people, constant witnesses around your machine. And if a location has dead zones with no traffic, just completely skip it. Your location choice is your first defense. Now, the other great thing is thinking about the security within the actual location. You definitely want a machine inside a locked building, not outside near the pool. You also want them near security cameras and also well-lit areas like the lobby of the building. These tend to be high traffic spots where people are always going to be present. And you also want to stay away from those back corners or the basements where thieves can run away and exit quickly. It also helps near a lobby if there's visible security desks or a management office nearby. Now on the flip side, here's some locations you absolutely want to avoid. Unlocked apartment complex laundry rooms, outdoor spots with no lighting, areas with no drug activity, anywhere with broken windows or graffiti. And lastly, if locals say, be careful here, you should listen to them. And one of the other most important ways to protect your machine is all about the relationship. It starts with building that strong relationship with the property management. That'll encourage them to watch over your machine. I mean, even the little things like giving them your cell number so they contact you with any suspicious activity. Those properties with on-site security are gold. The thing with that relationship protection is your relationships with those properties is going to prevent more theft than any camera you put up ever would. The beauty with these 21st century AI smart machines from my side is all about the remote monitoring and the digital capability for you to run your operation. Some advantages to remote monitoring can be smart machines alert you to tampering easily. You get notifications if a machine is open unexpectedly or open too long. You can put the machine in sleep mode if you have questions remotely. You get real-time alerts, which means faster responses by you, the property manager, or worst case, you have to call the police. And sometimes you might even be able to catch that transaction and that thief in the act. One of the other components to this is going to be the data security with your processing. You want to make sure that machine you buy uses a payment processor that's reputable. You want to make sure there's enabled fraud protection procedures. You want to make sure they keep that software updated for any security packages or cyber risk. Not to mention, you want visibility to be able to monitor unusual transaction patterns. Is it the same card every time that is trying to steal from your machine? Digital theft is rare and very hard to get away with, but can be devastating if it's an expert. The other component to this that's not sexy but necessary is going to be insurance and the proper documentation that comes with it. You want to make sure you get insurance that actually protects. Things like business, personal property coverage. Part of your policy might include inland marine insurance that's going to specifically cover theft and vandalism. You want to make sure you document those security measures for your claims. You obviously want to take photos of your machines and write down the serial numbers. Lastly, keep receipts for all security upgrades you do, like putting in cameras. If you had that rainy day and you had to get law enforcement involved, here's how you would handle it. Make sure you file those police reports immediately. Provide them with the accurate serial numbers and photos. Share any camera footage from your machine or the property that's available. All of these documentation steps are going to be crucial to make sure that law enforcement can move out on what you need them to go do, ultimately trying to track down the thief and getting your money back. Now I really want to talk about the entire protection system that we go through in a daily, weekly, and overall view. Our daily theft prevention always starts with checking all remote monitoring alerts, reviewing transaction patterns for anomalies, verifying all machines are reporting properly. Think about it. Your inventory might show that it's still full, but when you go to the machine and it's empty, clearly there was some theft that the cameras didn't pick up on. Sure, it takes 15 minutes, but it can prevent you in thousands of dollars in losses. And the easiest way to think of that protection system is think of it as in layers. Like think of it as like 7 layers of bean dip, but in this case, it's 7 layers of protection. The first layer, having the smart machine. The second layer, having it be in a good location. The third layer, physical security. Fourth layer, monitoring systems. And the fifth and final one is an insurance and documentation. Now, one thing you gotta think about and you gotta be okay with is actually being comfortable walking away from location. If the location has the following negative indicators, you might walk away. Things like multiple attempted break-ins. If the property is being difficult because you're asking for either more lighting or better security cameras. If the neighboring businesses or the parking lot are are experiencing theft, if the area in general is just, let's face it, the thing you gotta take away is no location is worth the constant theft risk. I know security isn't the fun part about vending, but neither is losing $10,000 to thieves and having to start over. Inside Vendingpreneurs, we don't just teach you where to place vending machines. We ensure they stay profitable and protected. Our members get access to preferred insurance vendors, connections to security camera vendors, real-time support when security issues arise. If you're serious about building a vending business that's protected from day one, you can click the link below to book a call with our team. Thanks for watching. This is Mr. Passive signing off.